Dear friends, Inspiration Series number 115, our video for Tuesday, August 11th, the 21st of Av. And in today's Torah reading that we study, we find two words that are very unusual, but very powerful. And I think they have the power to really keep us going for a very long time, specifically in challenging times as we are now still during this pandemic. So the Torah says, when it comes to our behavior, uvo sidbakun, cleave unto God. And our rabbis were puzzled. You know, when you tell a human being to cleave unto another human being, it means hold on to them physically, hold them close, stand very close to them, be close to them. But God is everywhere in the world. God exists throughout. What does it mean, cleave unto God, be close? How are we close to God? And our sages tell us, the rabbis tell us, what the Torah is telling us here is mimic God. As a Jew, we have a big load already. 613 commandments, that's a lot. Even though not all of them applied today, we don't have a temple, many people don't live in Israel, several hundred don't apply, but yet so many still do apply. Hundreds and hundreds do apply. And it covers every part of our life. When we wake up in the morning, when we eat foods, prayer that we have to do and how we have to conduct ourselves, when we're in business and with other people, Shabbos and holidays, kosher, blessings. But as encumbersome as we think Judaism is, and as much as it governs so much of our day, the truth is, it doesn't cover our full day. And a big part of what we do during the day, when we're busy working, or we are in our relationship with our children and our family, when we're eating, there's a lot of what goes on. That's sort of what we call neutral territory, where you're not governed. Once you're eating kosher, how you eat, what's going on in your mind when you eat, why you eat, the whole way you eat, what you eat, all of these things are not covered. And so too in all parts of our life, our true character is not necessarily governed by just following mitzvahs. Mitzvahs help refine our character, but we can retain a very nasty character trait or traits, even if we follow all the commandments. So both sidbaka, when the Torah tells us to cleave unto God, what it means, mimic God, learn God's ways. Just like when you stay close to someone who you admire, who you respect, who you're in awe of, and you watch the way they do things, without them even telling you, you already try to follow and mimic what they do. So what does God do? Look how God deals with people, even if it's not a mitzvah. God makes sure that we bury with full dignity a person who passes away. Someone who's not well, we go and we visit them, try to lift their spirits. We make people feel comfortable as guests in our home, not just to give them a piece of food, but to make them feel comfortable to sit down and even to walk them to the door when they're leaving, so they shouldn't feel they were a burden and good riddance, but you're sad to see them go. And so much more of the traits that are mostly between one human and another, of how we have to really have the finest of character, of caring, of sympathy, of love, of reaching out, of selflessness. Follow in God's ways. Because when we start acting the way God acts and told us how He acts, we become godly. We're not just listening to God, we become godly. When we give charity, and we do it with a smile, as feeling that it's not me that's doing the good favor, but you're giving me the opportunity, and you're the one doing me a favor for giving the opportunity to do a charitable act or to get involved in something, you become godly. And wow, how powerful it is for someone to become godly. And this is the time when we can really reflect on our true character and our true attributes. And I want to share a story with the Rebbe. There was a woman many years ago who had some very bad character traits. She was very mean. And anytime someone asked her to do something, her first quick, automatic response was, I can't, I'm too busy. She never was able to bring herself to do something. And it bothered her, and she went to therapists and many other types of people who said they can help her, and each one tried to blame someone else and then try to dig out why it's happening. But it didn't help her. She felt lost as when she started searching for help. And someone told her, why don't you write into the Lubavitcher Rebbe? He's helped many people. And she writes into the Rebbe, pouring out her heart about her problem and how she wants to get better. And the Rebbe answered very shortly, next time someone asks you to do something, just say yes. Train yourself to say yes. I'm going to do you this favor. And you'll see what will evolve. And she says that's what she started to do. She didn't give a chance to even allow no to pop. She said yes. She didn't delve into why she was saying no. She did not start looking at her parents, how they brought her up, or which teacher influenced her the wrong way. She wasn't looking to blame. She just started to behave the way the Jewish people were told to behave, either as a mitzvah or as mimicking God. And before long, she said, this became her second nature. And that's what the Torah tells us. If we're trying to inside change ourselves from the inside to become this perfect, spiritual, godly person, chances are it's an uphill battle, you'll never win. But if you just start acting like it, before long your inside will change as well. So let's use this time that we still have, because soon we'll be back to our regular lives, sooner than you think. And when we come back, we will not have the time to really reflect. Let's reflect now. Let's start mimicking God. Start with the ones closest to you. That's the hardest people to start with, being nice to. Start with the ones that are closest to you, and you'll see how being godly will be second nature. That's the most powerful thing a human being can have, is that we become godly. We behave like God. We look at this world in a godly way, and that changes our perspective and everything else in our life. So have a great day.